Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 19 on the Xbox One X. It is time to continue with our career mode. We're going to round 2 Argentina, Termas de Rio Hondo, but we got to upgrade our KTM first. And of course, first thing I'm doing is anti-wheelie, because this thing wheelies like an absolute bugger coming out of corners. So I'm going to save the points to try and fully upgrade anti-wheelie next time. So let's head over to round 2 of the season. So we are currently down in 7th place in Q2. The good thing is, in FP3 I was quite a bit quicker than anyone else. So it is looking quite promising. I'm hoping I can put it on pole position. That is going to be the plan. I do feel like I have the pace to. But just having that one upgrade with the anti-wheelie, it's made the KTM so much more user-friendly and so much easier to use. Look at that, we're already under the time set by whoever is set pole position at the moment. We're over half a second under. But yeah, the KTM is a lot more enjoyable to use around here. I was definitely struggling with it at Qatar, struggling to get the bike stopped and turned in, but we're 0.8 under the current pole position time with 5 minutes to go. We're just over 5 minutes. We are catching Marquez on track, and it looked like he was down in 9th there, just above his head. Where it's, yeah, he's 9th at the moment. So we're still ahead of him at the moment because we're in 7th. We're a second under the pole position time at the moment. So this is going to be a pole position for us for sure. And it wouldn't surprise me if no one can get anywhere near it. I think this may be the pole lap. I mean, the way we caught Marquez. Oh, on the grass. 1.2 though. That's my lap done though.
That's the end of the second and last.
So 1.2 quicker than Andrea Dovizioso in 2nd place. And ended on the grass. So, race day. Medium front, soft rear. I mean, it kind of worked at Qatar. It kind of didn't. I'm still trying to figure out what the best combination of tyres is for the KTM. I'm just going to go with what I know. Do a few laps like this and see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we have to try something else. But it is a bit cooler, so yeah, we might be alright tyre wear wise, but here we go. Okay, that was an okay start. We still pulled a wheelie. Marquez is through. I know people didn't like me weaving at the start of Qatar. That was just me purely trying to keep the front end down. But with that upgrade, as we go back into the lead, we managed to get off the line fairly decently and only lose one position. And that was to Marquez. And we are going very wide, so we may lose that position. We're not. So one thing I've noticed is that the KTM is still pretty quick in a straight line. So I haven't done any onion upgrades for it or engine upgrades. So yeah, it's got a nice engine on it, really powerful. So top speed wise isn't really that much of a concern to me at the moment. I mean, especially when we get to the long straights, it doesn't seem to be too bad on top speed, so we're looking good. Don't need to upgrade the onion. Oh! That is Marquez trying to come through. I'm just going to be calling the engine upgrades onion upgrades from now on, just because of that slip of the tongue. Oh dear. Well, we are leading. Me and Marquez are both pulling away from the 3rd. Can't quite get away from Marquez at the moment. And when I'd done the... Oh, we're going very wide. Struggled to get it stopped there. Marquez is through, but we're on the inside for the final corner. Not really going through there at a decent angle. But yeah, when I'd done the race simulation bike development test, I put a medium front in as Marquez comes through and barges his way past. And again, we get the better exit and go back past. So yeah, put a medium front in for the race simulation test. and just to try and kind of get used to the feel with the medium front, because obviously with the soft front you can turn better and stuff like that. So just trying to get used to the medium, and then trying to get back used to it again, because I use the soft front for the qualifying. So into the hairpin again, going wide. But yeah, the one thing I've kind of noticed with the KTM is it's quite difficult to be fairly consistent with it. It can be consistent quite easily with the Honda, but yeah, the KTM, I think it's because you have to try a little bit harder, because it's not as good a bike at the moment. So I'm having to try a bit harder and push a bit harder, and then obviously I'm making mistakes because I'm trying too hard. But it's definitely paying off at the moment. We could potentially, I don't want to speak too soon. I mean, first race we ended up in 4th place, which I thought was a pretty decent result considering. But yeah, could we really win our 2nd race aboard the Red Bull KTM? That would be nice, but yeah, we've just set the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:36.8. We're only on lap 3 of 9, so we've still got a long way to go. So I will just try and be as consistent as I can, whilst yeah, not making any mistakes or anything. Now I am a little bit concerned about the tyres, because they look like they're just starting to get a little bit too hot. They're just heating up a bit too much, which is not ideal. We've got over a second over Marquez now, so we are pulling away. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that rear, because I don't want it overheating, otherwise we're going to start losing grip and time. A little bit too wide. Slippery corner, that's what I used to call that corner in MotoGP 18, because you're pretty much spinning up all the way through that right-hander. So the gap back up to a second. Yeah, just been impressed by the Red Bull KTM here at Argentina. The next race is going to be quite a difficult one, I think, at the Circuit of the Americas. I mean, we know what happened there last time on the Honda. There was a few people doing the barging games, and yeah, got barged out the way a few times. So Marquez just set the fastest lap of the race. So maybe he's just starting to pick his pace up, and we may see ourselves dropping back to Marquez, or him catching back up. That gap looks less than a second now. What's it going to be over the split? 1.1, okay. Well, it looked a lot closer than that. Obviously not. Oh, I can feel the front end just trying to tuck. Dovizioso is up to 2nd place. Now Marquez is back up to 2nd place. 1.1 still. I mean, if those two keep fighting, they will hold each other up. I'm going wide again. Crutchlow up to 9th. Like I said, I do think... Oh, I'm wide again. I do think it's going to be very difficult to win the Team Championship and the Constructors' title as well. Mainly because... well, my teammates are quite far down. So, yeah, I'm going to be scoring the majority of the points. I mean, if they can get some points, then I guess that's going to be a little bit of help. Well, I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was with the LCR Honda team when we had Crutchlow as our teammate. So that gap is kind of stabilised around the 1 second mark. We're on lap 5 of 9. Dovizioso back up to 2nd. I've gone wide through the right hand kink of turn 3. through turn 4 and onto the back straight. I'm actually quite lucky I'm out front because I have shortened my overall gear ratio by 2 clicks, and like I'm almost revving out down that back straight. If I was slipstreaming someone, then I would probably be revving out, which wouldn't be ideal. But I set it up for qualifying and obviously FP3 as well, just to try and get a bit more speed. And it definitely done the job, but I've got to go careful that if I'm behind someone, we may end up hitting the rev limiter and losing a bit of time. We've gotten too deep into there, turn 9. The rear is starting to move around. I've just looked down and it is starting to get a bit too hot, the rear. Starting to get a bit too hot. That is why we're losing grip. And the hotter it gets, the more it's going to degrade, and the less grip we're going to ultimately have. So, yeah, we need to try and look after it if I can. On lap 6 of 9, Dovizioso is in 2nd, Marquez 3rd. Miller in 4th. He is the championship leader at the moment. I don't know where that's going to put him after this race. I guess if he finishes in 4th and I win, me and Miller are going to be joint on points. Because I got 4th in the first race and he won. So if we win this one and he gets 4th, then yeah, we should be joint on points. But whether he stays there, he might make a place up, he might lose a place. It's pretty close to Marquez. Yeah, the bike is starting to not feel so good, shall we say. It's losing grip. I'm not able to accelerate out of corners like I could a couple of laps ago. Yeah, rear is spinning up. At least we're not wheeling everywhere, which is good. But yeah, that rear is really just starting to spin up a little bit too much now. We've still got a nice gap though, 1.7, so the gap has actually increased. Front's not too bad. But yeah, the rear, she's letting go. And we've still got 3 laps to go. 1.6 second lead. So if we can maintain that to the end, I will be very, very happy. However, the rear is only going to get worse lap by lap. So we could end up with a situation where we've completely lost rear grip. I mean, it's still got quite a bit of life left in it, but it's just the fact that it's got a little bit too hot. And it's only just gradually going up as well, the temperature. 2 seconds is the gap. Wide again. Keep going wide there. Yeah, I'll be very, very happy if we do end up winning here. That would be ideal. Because that would mean that, yes, we do have the potential of winning races aboard the Red Bull KTM. Okay. What is this gap going to be at this split? 2 seconds. All good so far. Into the penultimate corner for the, well, lap 7. We are just about to finish. 2 laps remaining. 1.7. The gap's come down by 0.3 of a second. I've gone very wide at turn 1, but cut that back for a very late apex. Zarco is down in 18th, so Zarco isn't going to score any points. All of my hope is going to be on Pole Espargaro. I didn't look when we went across the line to see where he was. I really messed up the first sector there. That has lost us a lot of time. That gap has really come down. It is 1.2. The gap is coming down. Again, just too wide. Just can't get through there very well. Lorenzo just moved back into the points, just ahead of Siren. 1.2 still is the gap. Come on. We've got a lap and a quarter to go. Can we get this one done? They are closing in. 1.2 still. It's kind of stabilised at 1.2. See what it is across the start finish and see if we can see where our teammate is. Pol Espargaro through the penultimate corner for the penultimate time. 1 lap to go. Final lap time. 0.8. That gap is crumbling, and I almost went into the pit wall there because slightly distracted then. Can't see where Pol was. Trying to look at the names on the left-hand side, and I almost went into the pit wall. They're almost right with me. This could end up being a disaster after leading the whole race, apart from part of the first lap. The rear. It's not good. It's too hot. It's spinning up. 0.9 is the gap. Alright, come on. We can do this. We can hold on for this last lap. That's all we need to do. Just hold on. 0.8. It's come down a little bit again. I've gone in too hot. Completely missed the apex of the entrance. That's lost us time. Oh, the rear's letting go now for sure. I cannot get the power down. We could be in trouble here. I can hear him now. I can hear DEgITx just behind. Miller's moved up to 3rd. So if Miller stays there, he may just remain in the lead of the championship. But I think we've got enough now. Penultimate corner. Absolutely spot on. 1 corner to go. Through we go. And done on the grass, just like how we finished our qualifying lap and hit DEgITx as well. Miller did finish in 3rd, so he will still lead the championship. That was a difficult race, especially that last lap. Half a second we won by. There we go. Miller still leading by just by a point, and then 3 points from me. So it's tight at the top. Moved up to 4th in the team championship as well. And 2nd in the Constructors' Championship, so that's good.
This victory is the cherry on top of an exhausting weekend. If his team keeps working like this, it will be really difficult for his opponents to overtake.
I mean, we could win the Constructors' title because it only takes points from the top riders, so we could potentially still do that. It's just a team one I'm kind of worried about. But yeah, our first win aboard the Red Bull KTM. Really happy with that.
It's a weekend where everyone gave their
that was
all,
good. Good race. Nearly crumbled right at the end when the rear just started to let go. The soft just about held on. But yeah, if we had one more lap after that, I think we would have really struggled to stay where we were. Probably ended up off the podium. So then, let's do an upgrade and fully upgrade anti-wheelie. And we can do, shall we do traction control? I think we'll do traction control. Okay. Next one is Circuit of the Americas. Let's go and see what we can do here. I think this one is going to be a very difficult race just because of what happened last season. Wow, I was very surprised in FP3 when I was quickest. It's one of these tracks where I'm not very consistent around. So I couldn't really do too much of the development tests. I'd done the quick lap. And that was pretty much it. I'd done the other one as well, but I couldn't do the race simulation. I just couldn't put the laps together. So we're not getting a huge amount of points for development tests. But it's fine, because when we go to the next round, I'll be able to try and get maximum points there for the development of the bike. So we've got 2 more electronic upgrades on the bike. We have fully maxed out anti-wheelie, which is definitely showing. Get a little wheelie there. But, I mean, when we were using the LCR Honda, that wheelied quite badly out of that corner. But the KTM isn't too bad now. Yeah, and we've upgraded traction control once as well. So I'm hoping that's going to help in the long run. So we're improving the rideability of the KTM at the moment. Haven't really improved performance-wise, like engine or anything like that. Oh, sorry, onion. But yeah, it's making it more rideable is definitely making it so much easier. Easier for me to do what I want with it anyway. Not saying we're going to be able to win like all the races, but we've already made a good step when we won at Argentina. I can't see myself winning here just because, like I said, I haven't got the consistency. But 2042, is that going to be enough for pole? Pole position, a bit closer this time, less than half a second back to Dovizioso. Jack Miller down in 9th place.
Here we are live from the MotoGP class starting grid, where riders and engineers are talking over the last few details before the start of the race.
Alright, so medium front software again. Just about worked at Argentina. Almost completely run out of rear grip, but well, we had a big enough lead. Plus I just need that launch with the soft rear, so yeah, let's see what we can do. Turn 1 is going to be interesting. Uphill, really tight left hand hairpin. Here we go. I'll tell you what, that was pretty much a perfect start for this bike. That was. Wow, okay. I managed to get the KTM off the line really well. Short shifting definitely helped keep the front end down. But with that upgrade of the anti-wheelie, now a maximum, it's helping me get off the line as well. That's good. And in fact, we've got 1.3 second lead already. We've only done a few corners. We are pulling the pin. That's what I want to try and do. Try and get as big a lead as possible. If our soft tyre does decide to give up towards the end of the race, at least we'll have a bit of a buffer back to the other guys. But yeah, 1 second. So it's come down 0.2. But ultimately is over a second, which is the most important thing. On the brakes into this hairpin. Not bad. So far so good, as we're getting towards the end of lap 1 of 7. And we are in control by a second still. Oh, Crutchlow's crashed. Cal Crutchlow has gone down on the LCR Honda. Our old teammate from last season. Okay, into the final corner. I'm hoping the upgrades are going to start helping my teammates out as well. So 2:04.4, 1.2 second lead over Alex Rins in second, Rossi in third, Marquez fourth. Well, if we can win this race, then we will be leading the championship after round 3. Which I would not have expected at the start of the season, if I'm honest. I know we didn't do too bad in testing. But, yeah, it was a big surprise. I was happy with 4th at Qatar. and was kind of thinking that that's where we were going to mainly be fighting. We're going to be fighting for like 4th, 5th place. But yeah, we managed to get a really good result at Argentina, take the win. And we're looking like, at the moment, barring anything drastic that happens or my tyres fall off a cliff, we could potentially continue that momentum and win here as well. But we'll have to see what kind of lap times the other guys are doing throughout the race. And if they start closing me down, then we know we're in trouble. But if they don't, this could be a win where we led from start to finish. No one's got in front of me yet. Not off the line, not into turn 1. We've led from the very beginning. 1.3, the gap is gradually going back up. It's obviously changing sector by sector. You've got Zarco and Espargaro way down. I don't know if that's Alicia Espargaro on the Aprilia or if it's my teammate. I know Zarco's obviously my teammate, but I don't know which Espargaro it is. 17th place, I don't know which one. I'm hoping it's Alicia, but I don't know. 1.8 is the lead as we go on to lap 3. So yeah, we're starting to pull away quite nicely now. Yeah, last season around here on the Honda, as I go in a bit too deep, yeah, through this corner especially, like some of them were just cutting the corner and just trying to barge me out the way, which wasn't ideal. 1.6. It's come down a couple of tenths, but we'll kind of just take it from start-finish line at the moment. It's going to go down in some sectors and back up in other sectors, so just have to keep an eye on it. But I'm actually finding that the KTM feels better around here than the LCR Honda did, which is a little bit weird, but I'll take it. I'm just glad it doesn't feel absolute crap as Tito Rabat has crashed. In real life, he has just signed a new 2-year contract with Avintia. So he is going to be in MotoGP for the next couple of years at least. I have now finally watched MotoGP at Brno. Managed to catch up on it. Yeah, Marquez led from pretty much start to finish. It was looking like the guys behind were going to close him down, but yeah, just when it got down to about 2 tenths, it went up to over a second. So yeah, Marquez went on to win that one. Dovizioso second. And we're coming round to finish lap number 3. Doing the business. Looking good. So final lap time. We've got a very nice lead. The Espargaro brothers are both outside the point, so my teammate is not going to score any points. We've got a 4.5 second lead over Dovizioso. We're going to win again. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 wins from 3 races. Would not have thought that at all at the beginning of the season, but we managed to kind of get to grips with the Red Bull KTM now. And I think if we do end up fully upgrading this, I think it's going to be a real weapon. We don't even need to push anymore. Look at how good my tyres are looking as well. They're in the green. We've still got over half life in both front and rear. They were definitely the right choice. I mean, a lot of them were going for like medium front, medium rear, or hard front, hard rear. And there's me with a medium front, soft rear. And we've got a lot of life left in it. I haven't overheated it at all. I felt pretty smooth around here. Haven't been spinning up or anything. And yeah, just the tyres have lasted really well. I may have even been able to get away with having a soft front on, but I don't really like to risk the front too much because we don't want to end up losing it. Rossi's just made up 2 places. So Rossi has gone from 4th place up to 2nd. He's just under 4 seconds behind. Miller's got DeVizioso. I don't know what's happening to DeVizioso. He was 2nd. And now he's down to 5th. 1 corner to go. Another win aboard our Red Bull KTM as we go past the big Red Bull sign. Run to the line. Job done. Rossi is going to hold on to 2nd. He is.
Before going to the podium awards
Marquez
ceremony,
in
let's take a look
3rd.
at the final MotoGP race results.
Yeah, led from start to finish that time. Yeah, no points for my teammates. That is not ideal. There we go. We are now leading the championship by 9 points. See how quickly that all changes. Moved up another position in team championship up to 3rd. Only 6 points behind though, so that's actually really close. And now we're leading the constructors championship by 5 points. We can do this, potentially.
His position also earns him 25 priceless championship points.
Yeah, really happy with how well the tyres lasted there. We're doing good things with the KTM.
These days the podium is extremely valuable. MotoGP has never had so many competitive riders at the same time. Today they were at their best and they deserve to celebrate. The level of the championship is only getting better. Consistent results.
The level of the KTM is only getting better.
Good season.
There we go, KTM on the top step for the 2nd time this season. Spray the bubbly. So then, let's have a look at the overall standings. Just have a look at these first. If you want to read them, feel free to. Just pause the video. Okay. So, looking good. On to the leaderboards. Red Bull Rookies Cup hasn't started yet. They'll start next round. Moto 3, you got Dalla Porta leading that from 7 points, both from Messia and Antonelli. Aaron Canet 4th and Gabriel Rodrigo in 5th. Moto 2, Alex Marquez has got 7-point lead over Baldassari and Schrotter, just like Moto 3. Luti 4th and Bastianini in 5th place. And then MotoGP, obviously I'm leading Jack Miller by 9 points with DeVizioso 3rd, Rossi 4th and Marquez in 5th. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Just see you guys in the next video. See you.